Rich Tarani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're in Boston this week speaking with a number of companies in the area. And on our program right now is Ben Plummer. He's with Datawatch. Ben, how are you? Welcome to the program.
Great. Thanks for having me. We're the only vendor in the visual data discovery business that actually does data preparation and gives you the ability to incorporate multi-structured and streaming in motion data into your visuals. So a little bit different than you'd see with the traditional products in this market space.
Excellent. So in the real world, how does your company help its customers solve problems?
Great question. So our products actually evolved in the capital markets area, where streaming in motion data is a critical part of their decision-making processes. They don't have the luxury of time. They have to be able to actually analyze information as it's occurring and take action. So if you think about a situation where somebody's trying to do credit risk analysis on the fly, right? They want to know what's going on in their business, what their portfolios look like, what their risk profiles look like, and they don't have the luxury of waiting until the end of the trading day to take care of those types of things. So when time is critical and you have to see things in real time, so to speak, and take action in real time, we become very relevant. This is extended into other market spaces recently with the advent of the Internet of Things, where people are looking at monitoring, well drilling activity in real time, taking action, looking at logistical positioning of assets, ships, trains, boats, taking action in real time. And in energy, where things like turbines are constantly being evaluated for either maintenance, preventive maintenance activities, or to maximize the value they're getting from those assets. So as real time becomes more important, the ability to visually analyze and understand what's going on in your business in real time becomes more important. Datawatch is the only vendor able to do that.
So traders have been using information like how full parking lots are at various retailers to determine what the quarterly earnings might be. So we could anticipate that with the advent of more mobile devices that are trackable and the ability to track them throughout malls and have that information potentially made available. I mean, we're not going to deal with the privacy issues here. We'll leave that to a different discussion. But assuming that that's not an issue, theoretically, we're talking about a massive amount of new information that could be used is being used, I'm sure, by traders to try to determine if earnings are going to be soft or if they're going to be ahead of, above expectations, et cetera, right?
That's a real world application. Datawatch today is actually, with one of our clients, actually tracking movement of folks inside of a mall based on your logging onto the Wi-Fi in the mall to determine store positioning, to determine deployment of resources in those stores. The thought process is longer term, evaluating that customer's financial profile to determine if you want to target them for specific advertising or track them or offer them concierge type services. So that type of activity is already taking place today, and those are real-world use cases for Datawatch.
And it's infinitely. I mean, just think about it from an investor standpoint. There's infinite application there, where you notice a 5% increase or a 5% decrease in traffic. McDonald's just recently had a 4% drop, I think it was, in their store sales, which is huge. And if you had to jump on that kind of information,
yeah, or even further upstream. Imagine you saw an increase in shipping of coffee beans into the U.S. and made a massive increase, 3%, 5%, and you saw where they were being delivered and how they were being delivered. Logistical information like that's available, and we're tracking that stuff. If we could make that, if we could put that into visual context for you, right? It's coming to this port. There are these particular companies that exist there. So it's not just that real-time data, but it's blending that real-time data with the context of what's going on in that geography. So that might exist in a document somewhere. We can provide you access to that. It might exist in a database somewhere. We can provide access to that. And by being able to visualize that in a geospatial manner, you're able to put all those pieces together.
So now for the viewers watching, and they're wondering if your company can help them, let's try to phrase it in a way or explain to the viewer what type of company or role they might need to have in an organization to find your products helpful for them.
Yeah, so the reality is it's virtually any role in the company. We see our products deployed in a whole host of departments within organizations. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Datawatch. From a marketing perspective, I actually use our own products to look at website traffic constantly, evaluate it against last year's website traffic, and I do all this in a visual manner, right? So in the simplest world, it's anything you want to visualize, we can provide you that capability. But we also take that a step farther. The hardest part of visualization is preparation of the data. 80% of visualization of data is preparation. We do that as well. So, if you're in sales, you're going to want to look at where sales are occurring, how they're occurring, what the outliers are in your sales operation. We're able to provide that type of visualization. And the beauty of our product is it's not an IT-oriented environment. I can build those visualizations. You can build those visualizations. It's point, click, drag, and drop. So we've taken the technology and turned everybody virtually into some type of data scientist for their own piece of the business.
That's great.
Yeah.
Anything else we should know about the company?
No, I think if the best thing I can say is if you're thinking about visualizing data in your business and you're looking to go beyond just the simple stuff, I just want to visualize data in Excel. I think you should take a look at Datawatch. Right? We do the hard stuff, right? That's our goal in this industry.
Very cool. Thanks for being here. This was great.
Thank you very much.